Good morning. It's Harvey Jackson. Just going to go through how the market pulled back pretty hard on Friday. Sorry, I didn't get a video out there, but just ran into other things. But anyway, let's move on. So money managers actually reversed their position. As you can see right here, they were net zero and then ended up going below zero. And Karen Braun is just pointing out that the heavy net selling across corn and soy meal actually is a result of that position change. So you can see that it's past results, but that the market is actually pricing in some of that harvest pressure, big crop coming, and potential big crop coming in South America as well. Palm oil gains on better export estimates, expectations of weak output. So, and here's just another article just talking about export estimates as well. But you can see that we're basically consolidating, going sideways here now. You can probably still put a trend line in here, but holding right around the 78.6 kind of a mark here. So, which is fairly high watermark, but yeah, it's actually holding up pretty good. Here's your soy oil and the other, another supporting thing, but we've got more downside pressure than we've got upside or going sideways here. So a green day today. Crude oil rebounds past $70, $70, and when you look at this, it sure doesn't feel like it's rebounding when you see this, this grind lower on the chart. Wheat is up after some pretty big down day there, but up it sure doesn't feel all that positive here, which is just a little bit of a green spot there. So let's just get into a little bit of the weather. There's still wide open weather for the next week in a lot of the harvest areas that's needed in the U.S. I would expect harvest have progressed to even on the corn side and probably nearing finished on soybeans for sure. Here's your major growing area on the soybean growing area, and it's getting significant rainfall, and the farmers in those areas are basically waiting for rainfall before they go and plant their soybean crop. And CONEP put out the number 166 versus 169. And you can see that, even though there's La Nina is being talked about, and maybe even lessening and get pushed farther back, but it's not going to be quite as big of an effect. And you can see that there's a lot of rain in the Argentina area as well. So let's just do a market rundown. Canola is up 8 to 8.5. Rapeseed is up 3.25, 2 and 3/4. Earlier last night I saw this was up to 5. So soybean oil up a half a penny. Palm oil up 48 to 49 ringgits, and crude oil again just above that $70. So soybean up 7 cents, get pulled along. Soy meal up $1.40, and your spring wheats and all wheats are up fractionally to flat, and your corn is up as well, but your Canadian dollar is faltering a little bit here. So let's just get through it here. I'm using January futures for the fact that volume is decreasing on the November, and expect some wonky things to be going on as November rolls out, as you're forced to start contracting the next futures month as well. And all commercials are trading Jan now, not November that I know of anyway. But you can see that there's a little bit of a leg here, following that leg up, trying to approach that moving average there, of course, which is significant if we can actually trade above it and trade above that 63.8. So a good positive day. And you can see that's done that in the technical indicators I got here. This is the chart that I would lean on to be the most bullish for canola, and it's the rapeseed. It continues to trade above that trend line. It's trading above the 78.6 retracement value. Here's your rapeseed, and I'm using the forward months as well, trading at $129. So European rapeseed is $129 more expensive than Canadian canola. Price in Canadian dollars. So your soybean oil, I showed a zoomed in view. So here's, you can see that's kind of consolidating, going sideways here. So along with other oils, of course. Here's your palm oil, a little longer view here. Like I said, you could probably draw a support line in here, but there's been a fair bit of time of consolidation going sideways here. West Texas, and your soybeans actually are approaching the full retracement back to zero. Getting really close, even though we've got a green day here. Canadian dollar still trending down. Support is at the 23.6. If we break through, we're probably next what layer would be right around there. Uh, and then all the way down to 71, 80 could be the next full layer after that. Spring wheat, uh, choppy, of course, but getting some support from our moving averages here. The 50-day moving average, not trading through the 20-day moving average. So we'll have to uh, hold on here, and hopefully this will get above some of these other moving averages to give us some strength here. So this is the one that made the headlines is actually Chicago wheat. Chicago wheat traded below that 23.6 and trying to get back above it here. Moving average is not getting traded above either. Hard red winter below the 23.6 and below the, or still getting supported by the long-term moving average. Same thing with milling wheat, but it's in this this retracement value range between the 38.2 and the 23.6. So support right here at the converging of those moving averages there. Corn, still above the $4 kind of mark. It did trade below it, but looks like that $4 is a pretty hard. Starting to build a bit of support there. Oats, um, it's actually got a story, but it's basically trading sideways in this range over here as well. But if we can get above that 78